we're back again.
Hello. Oh crap.
Okay, we're back with part 4 with the swords. NFB, the lights are flickering right now.
Okay. Um. Crap. I don't know what to do in this situation. I still have the gun on me, right?
I think so.
I will just get that bad boy ready.
Okay, you do this. After a bit, the lights stop flickering. Stop flickering.
Hmm.
They don't shut off, they just stop.
Hmm. Right, I'll search the house. Search the house.
Okay, you do this. You find everything to seem to be still there.
Alright, I think we're good. I gotta keep my gun out though.
Said every horror movie person inside a horror movie and then gets killed by him.
No, I feel like the thing is that I feel like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my gun away, and then immediately something's gonna jump out.
Uh,
But I feel like I'm just gonna be like, okay, everything seems clear, and just put my gun back in my pocket and boom.
you hear you hear a jump scare.
In pain or just in general, because we have Foxy.
You just hear a jump scare. You can't tell whether it's pain or not.
Where's it coming from?
Upstairs.
Then it's probably in pain. I'm gonna go and take care of that.
Okay, you walk up the stairs. You walk to the room that was boarded up that you onboarded and another story that we'll do again. But anyways, the sound came from inside that room.
All right, we'll go in.
You go in. The window's wide open. The closet doors are opening and shutting due to wind. And Freddy from the first game has been torn apart.
All right, who's Freddy's buddy? Who was Freddy's buddy? Didn't every Freddy in existence go with each other?
No, they didn't.
And which Freddy went with this Freddy?
I don't even think Freddy went with that Freddy. I think it was Bonnie, one of the Bonnies that went with him. I'm trying
I
to
know who's Freddy's buddy.
I'm trying to remember if Bonnie the bunny from the first game was destroyed or not. Because I think it was Bonnie from the first game that was supposed to be with him.
I don't remember Bonnie getting destroyed though.
I don't know though. I'm just trying to remember if he did or not.
He did not. Because we went down, we fixed Foxy, we fixed Chica. She went to get pizza. That's probably one of the main reasons I remember.
Yeah, then Bonnie from the first game is supposed to be there with him.
Bonnie, where you at?
You the closet door keeps opening and shutting, making a loud ruckus.
I pull out. Oh yeah, I shot my gun. I'm going to aim it at the window and slowly proceed to the window.
Okay, you do this. You make it to the window.
I shut the window
You shut the window.
and I board it up with a lot of things.
You board it up with a lot of things.
And I look at the closet, aim gun, and do the same thing.
Okay, you do this, and right before you start walking through, you see Bonnie's head get thrown out of the closet.
Oh, that's where he was. Huh.
I love how that's your first saying. Oh, there he was, and not what
Oh,
the,
there you are, Perry.
not who the heck threw his head out of the closet.
Oh, hey, Perry.
It's Barry the
There you
platypus.
are. A platypus? Perry the platypus!
Oh, that's so funny.
Alright,
You know my viewers are probably sitting there screaming at you, "Don't go to the closet!"
I declare war on closets with new closet gun. Is there a nightmare fox in your closet? Bang, bang, bang!
And every fucking crawls out like, ah.
Ah! Alright, I am going to throw something in the room at it.
Okay. The only things able that are able to be thrown is what you block the window with.
Did I block the window with everything?
Yes.
The reason I said a lot of things was so. Oh, I specifically had like one or two things left to at least barricade the door, to barricade the closet with.
There wasn't that much in the first place in that room. You never really went into that room. Remember?
Alright, yeah. So my flashlight's basically dead, and I don't know where the candle went, so I can't check what's in there to other than walking up to it, which I'm pretty sure everyone who has ever watched a horror movie is screaming at me not to.
I'll help you this time as well. You have another way you can find out.
I shoot the gun. Okay.
You have Susan there. She can see in the dark.
Oh yeah.
How do you think she found you so well?
Wait, wasn't she my buddy as well?
Yeah, she's your buddy, but she's outside the room right now.
Susan, get in.
She comes waddling in here.
Yo, what's
She
in there?
she looks at the closet. She says, "Clothes." It's how much it's there's a little crack in it. She can't see exactly what's in it. All she can see is clothes.
I use my dead flashlight, and this probably isn't gonna work, but I'm going to try it anyways because I'm dumb. I'm gonna walk to a corner of the room where I can get a good angle I want at the doors, and I'm gonna throw the flashlight at it to try and open it up some more without getting close to it.
Mm.
Watch this fail. I lose my only source of light. Watch us all fail. Watch it all crumble before me.
I wish I could. I wish so much that I could make it work, but I can't. In fact, you hit the wrong angle and you shut the door even a little bit more.
How do I shut the door more?
Because it bounced off the door that you hit, and you hit right at the line of the door, so you barely did anything. It barely moved a little, but then
Are these things rubber?
anything's gonna really bounce off a wall unless it's glass, and it's gonna shatter off a wall. But and it bounced
Try
off.
glass bouncing off a wall.
Boing 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 boing.
Oh my god!
And it bounced into the other door and shut that door. A little more.
Where's the flashlight at?
It's land on the ground right in front of it, right in front of the doors of the
You
closet.
know what? Screw this. I have a gun. I'm gonna walk over to the door and open it.
I can imagine you walk over the door, you go to pick it up, something comes out, you just go bang bang bang. I can imagine if it's Bonnie or something just sitting there
Big Bonnie's just like,
where's my
like,
head?
where's my head? Bang, bang, bang! Kills him.
Anyways, you sure you want to walk over to the door? I'm not saying something's gonna happen. I'm just asking if you sure.
Well, I have literally nothing else to do. And either I go over to the door and, I possibly die, or I get, just get an excuse to fire a gun, or I stay right here and do nothing. Just wait for something to just appear in the room so I can throw it again. Like, there's no way to open the closet door now, otherwise.
Susan can open it. You keep forgetting
No,
about Susan.
I don't want her dying again. Like, she already died once.
Okay, you walk over to the door. Right before you get to the door, you see something grab the flashlight and pull it inside into the closet.
No.
Now you can either try to go into the closet to get it, or you could sit there and use your gun as a light source.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do now. It wasn't gonna work. I don't think it would work last time because I felt like I was too far away from the closet for it to make enough light.
You
So now
have to.
that I'm in front of the closet, bang, bang, bang!
As you do that, is the first flash you notice something's inside the closet. You see the flashlight as well. The second one you notice it looks kind of like Susan. And the third flash, you just notice more of that, and you notice Bonnie's body inside the closet.
Alright, so Susan, I think we got company.
You don't get a response from Susan.
Susan, I look back.
She's not there. Well, she's not there. You'd have to. That's the only hint I'm gonna give you. She's not right there.
I back away from the closet.
You back away. Are you looking at the closet?
Yes. Now I am.
You look back to see something staring right back at you. With the same type of eyes as Susan's, but they look a little bit different.
Mmm. Mmm. Alright, I'm probably just going to. Cause I don't like. I feel like this might be Susan. So I'm not positive, but it could be. And if this is Susan, I don't want to, accidentally shoot my gun at her. But if this isn't Susan, then it's fair game. Bang, bang, bang.
You want to take a look around the room?
Sure.
You see Susan sitting on the ceiling looking down at it.
Alright, well,
But
gun.
before you use your gun, like every time, you may be able to sit there and explain what happened. And you may have another friend, another ally. But you use your gun on it, you're not gonna get an ally, because then it's gonna perceive you as a threat, and then you're gonna die. Well, you won't die, and then there, you just saying. Most people who perceive someone as a threat will attack. You won't die unless you don't hit him. Hit her.
Alright. So I will explain to her the situation. It was not my fault.
She doesn't seem to be listening at the moment. And then you hear ding dong, ding dong.
6 a.m.
Yes, all the animatronics shut off.
So,
And you see the sun start rising. You see the eyes kind of disappear.
oof.
You hear the door break down, get broken down.
Huh. That's Obo's.
your character's girlfriend walks in and says, "You alright?"
Yeah, fine.
She sees the bodies of Freddy, and she sees Bonnie's head, and she's like, "We're all gonna die, aren't we?"
Well, with good luck so far, possibly not. But I don't make any. But I can't make any promises.
Then everyone, both of you and your girlfriend and everyone that's in the room with you, hears a thud coming from downstairs.
Well, if we don't die, we know that some people will. I'll walk downstairs.
You see Chica sitting there is sitting there slowly crawling toward the pizza.
What happened? Chica, what? Man, I'm going to. Man, why is Chica crawling?
You want to ask her?
Yes.
You ask her. She looks at you, but with one eye. One eye is looking downward, and the other one's looking at you. Her jaw's like hanging loose, and her voice box goes. You have a tablet. You can plug it into her to find out what's going on.
You know what? I'm just gonna try and fix this, I guess. Like, we probably already know what happened, but I'm just gonna fix her just so we can get reassurance from her herself.
You try to fix her. Nothing seems to be damaged.
I plug her into my iPad.
The error says error shutdown process not responding.
I'm gonna plug her in my Switch and play some Animal Crossing.
You plug it into your Switch, and your Switch overheats.
Dang it! Oh well.
And then you finally hear a shutdown process go. Your girlfriend says, "Oh well, I'm off to work. Won't be home till 2 days from now."
Alright. Well, I need to get these guys back to the pizza place so I can, so they can do their job. Well, these whoever's left anyways, because like half of them died.
You get a Susan comes up and says, "Oh yeah, by the way, that pizza place is only there if they want to go there, or they can depends on what they want. If they want to, they can, but it's most likely you may want to bring them there, because that's where they can recharge when they need to, during the day." Good thing is, you know the directions to there from here, right?
I mean, maybe.
Says, "Okay, fine, come on."
Okay. We're taking the short bus home. Or take the tour bus to the pizza place. Let's go.
She presses a button. She pulls out like a little device that Susan was holding, and she presses a button.
You need a GPS or iPhone?
No, it's not a phone. It's a little device with one big circle or two circular big red buttons on it. She presses the one on the right. You see all the robots get up and start following.
Seems like it's gonna be like that button from that one Minecraft animation, Break the Cycle. Just that one remote on the ceiling. That's how we're gonna set them all free. Tape a remote to the ceiling and then burn the place down.
Anyways, she walks into the bus. She gets in. She says, "You coming or not?"
I don't know.
You get on. All you see the robots just filing in on each other. You see Bonnie the bunnies from the first game's corpse just sitting there trying to crawl his way in. Withholding it, well, he's walking his way in, but you can't really see, except he has his head in his arm, and he has his eyes open, but he's sitting there using his head as a little tiny device to walk into. You see him finally get on the bus, and he's sitting there just like, and he's just, sits down, sets his head down right next to him and sits down.
I'll fix him on the way there.
Freddy just, Freddy just kind of, all his pieces kind of roll in.
And I'll fix you too. I don't know where Chica's at. She's probably already in the bus.
She's in the corner of the bus.
Alright. Everyone who's broken to the back of the bus, whether you're in the corner of it or anywhere, I don't care, just back the bus.
Foxy sits there and goes, "Yar, matey, what do you mean broken?"
People were torn apart last night, to pieces last night. How do you not see Freddy's pieces of his corpse rolling down into the car?
"Yar, what happened to you, matey?" Talking to Freddy. Freddy's head just looks at him like, "Really? Really? You gonna ask me?"
I don't know if Freddy's looks like. I don't know if he still has full sentience. Like he was torn apart. He was like ripped to shreds, and he still has full sentience over everything.
Foxy's stupidity made him come back.
I thought like I thought it would be like he said like I what happened to you, matey? And the parts were just gonna like they're just gonna keep rolling. And he goes, I have treatment, I'm Freddy.
You spin me right around.
Just
Like a Freddy just looks at him like, "You're gonna ask me that? Really? You know what? How about you get your lazy butt down here and pick up my pieces and put them on the bus, you lazy..." And goes off on Foxy. Foxy's like, "Dang, Freddy, I was just asking, gosh."
he was you know what? I'm not even gonna say a word.
And he says, and Freddy looks at you and for you, mister.
What'd I do?
He says, leaving that window so easily opened. It's your house.
I was literally like on the curb of a pizza place not like even like a day ago. I literally had amnesia and have not been here for whoever God knows how long, probably about a day or two. So how am I supposed to know that that thing was wide open?
Freddy looks at you and he says, and he looks down and kind of hops his head onto the buses. That last part that showed up was his head, and he hops his head up, and he says, and he looks at you and says, "Because it's your house," and rolls away.
If you don't, if you want to keep that head of yours, you're gonna stay quiet.
Freddy goes, "What?" And his fur changes from brown to gold and goes, "What?"
What?
And his head starts floating at you and looking at you like, "Excuse me, you want to bring up an attitude now?"
Yeah, and your head could have floated this entire time.
Only when I switch forms.
Why didn't you do that?
Bonnie says, we hear Bonnie say, "Well, Freddy just turned Super Saiyan."
Oh my god. No, Bonnie, I swear to God, no.
At the end of winter, they're just talking to themselves. You hear Freddy over here, Freddy saying, "I think he's having a problem." On where they're going, Freddy just kind of walks on to the bus and says, "Stop! Is this the party bus?" "Nope. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave."
No, this is the banana bus. Get on.
He starts to walk away.
Golden Freddy, I swear to God.
The golden Freddy from Freddy that turned in, that can switch his form, goes over, puts his body back together by himself, goes over, grabs the golden under with the golden Freddy. You hear go under with the golden Freddy go, nah!
Oh my God, so stupid. So, Freddy, I want you to explain this to me. I'm not trying to throw shade or anything, I just want you to explain something to me. So, you could have put yourself back together at any point during that. You were full sentient the entire time. You could have built yourself back together and fought off whatever that was, and you didn't because.
He says, A, because first of all, if I did, I would have to switch forms, and B, if I'm already torn apart when I'm in the brown bear, the Freddy Fazbear form, I can't be turned back unless I'm sentient. Which, because of Foxy's stupidity, and then he says, "See."
What's Bonnie's excuse?
Bonnie looks at you and goes, "Excuse me? I'm the adorable bunny and I still got my head torn off." He looks at Freddy and like, and you can see the message Bonnie is giving Freddy, and he says, "As soon as I get my head back on, I am going to tear off your ear." He's giving Freddy. And then Freddy says, and the last reason is because A, if the thing thinks that they won, they won't keep attacking, so they'll lose down their guard. And then you see Golden Freddy chuck the unwithered Golden Freddy, just chucks him into the bus.
So, again, not throwing shade. So you basically just let Bonnie get ripped to shreds. So if you were sentient, you kind of let Effie die.
He says, Freddy says,
So I don't know how to
no,
explain,
no.
I don't know how to explain you actually being able to roll out here, and then with Fozzie's stupidity coming back to life.
He says no, because, first of all, I was the first one to enter the room. Bonnie came in next. I was torn apart before even Bonnie even got close enough.
Why were you guys together?
We walked in right after you. He walked in right after I walked in. But
So you were.
he didn't go to the closet before or after till after, or close to the same time I got ripped apart. It was quick. Bonnie just looks away like he's guilty of something.
Okay, we'll just get on the bus. We're getting out of here.
You see,
Bonnie, Chica, I'm heading over there to come fix you guys. Whatever.
you look out the right side window.
Yes.
You see the two same eyes staring back at you from the bush line.
I pointed it and say, I waggle my finger at it and say no.
It disappears.
I look all around me because I feel like this thing. I'm gonna be like, good. I'm gonna turn my head to go. Oh, the back of the bus is gonna be standing there.
Clapping meme dance starts playing. Anyways, you go. Do you look out the left side of the bus?
Yes.
You see Shadow Freddy just sitting down outside the bus. He's just sitting there, looking right back up at you.
Do you want to come with?
He disappears and he pops up behind you, but you don't know he's behind you yet.
Okay. Walk over to the back of the bus to go and.
As you turn around, you see. Wait, you turn to the right and you just catch Shadow Freddy in the corner of your eye.
I turn.
You look right at him. He looks right back at you. You try you hear he's, oh my gosh, you can hear him trying to tell you something.
Mm. I will listen closely.
You're not getting anything out of it. It's not, you can't make sense of what he's trying to say.
That's oof.
And Susan already started driving. All of them are inside. She's overhearing this, by the way. She can hear him. And then you hear her slam on the brakes.
Huh. Alright, well, that's a neat.
Everyone goes forward. But where the Bonnie falls forward, hits his head against face against the this thing in front of him, and which pops it off again. He gets up and he's like, ah! And he looks back at Freddy and Freddy goes, ah! And Freddy just screams in fear. Bonnie goes, whoa, whoa, Freddy, it's just me. I know I'm
Freddy,
scary.
calm down.
Sheesh.
Grab the mask and put it back on.
Bonnie looks at you and he looks at the mask and he goes, and he goes to reach up for his face and he knows it's gone and he goes,
It's time to face the consequences of your failure, Bonnie. Gives him back his mask.
before you do it, he goes, ah! And
Gives him back
screams.
his face.
He keeps screaming and he goes, and he grabs, he touches his mask and he goes, and he kind of nods and he goes back to, and he goes to playing with his ears.
Now we're gonna put it back on. You know what? It's your life, kid.
And he says, nice pun too.
Thank you.
Freddy's sitting there, just had grabbed Unwithered Fox. He's just sitting there, like, hugging him, shivering.
Freddy, you've had to deal with that the entire time you guys were in the back room.
He says, but he did not have the endoskeleton head at the same time.
Well, if you want to fix that problem, we can pop off his endoskeleton. How about that?
If you want to die.
That's what I thought.
Bonnie looks at you and goes, do what now?
Don't worry. Walks off.
You walk off. Do you look back at Bonnie?
Yes.
He's sitting there giving you the death stare.
It was a joke, bro.
He says, it better be.
Yes.
Susan continues driving. For some reason, it seems like it's taking a little bit longer to get into town. She says, she yells back and says, we had to take a detour. Apparently one of the trees had blocked the path to the regular way.
Okay.
And you hear a loud pop. You hear Susan go, fuck.
You hear a pop. It's Susan go.
She says, well, we got a flat tire.
Alright, so this seems like it's. I don't really want. You know what? I'm not even gonna say that. Let's just get this all over with. I'm gonna go over and fix the tires.
Susan looks at you and says, how are you gonna fix a tire when the bus is on it?
With magic.
She shakes her head and says, nope. She says, hey, Freddy. Hey, Unwithered going Freddy and Freddy. Get your butt out here and help. Freddy kind of barrels through the outside.
You know, I need to go fix Bonnie's face, and then I need to go and put back on Bonnie's head, and then fix Chica's jaw. I think that's probably the only thing wrong with her.
Bonnie's face is already on.
Oh.
Remember, you put it back on.
Yeah, I said I just gave it to him. He said he looked at it and went, huh, and then went back to playing with his ears. That's what I picked up from what you said.
Oh, I thought you picked it. I thought you picked it up and put it back on him.
No, I just gave it back to him.
Well, then you'll have to put it back, fix him then. I thought you just put it back on his face. That'd be funny.
Well,
That'd be funny. So they're trying to fix Bonnie with it. Bonnie gets to his mask, puts his mask upside down.
how do you even mess that up?
That'd be hilarious. That'd be funny. Just sits there, messes it up. Like, how? Anyways, they lift up the bus.
Alright, typical fix Bonnie face.
Bonnie comes out, grabs the spare tire, pulls the tire off the wheel well, puts the tire back on, and he looks at you and says, "How dare! See how well you." He says, "See how well you help friends when they try to help you."
Well, if you want, I guess I won't put your face back
No, this
on.
is a different bunny.
Oh,
There's more than one bunny you have.
well, I'm sorry I get confused when there's like 3 different Bonnies in the room. He's Bonnie, I'm Bonnie.
Who is the real bunny? Doo-doo, doo-doo. Doo-doo, doo-doo.
What if he's Bonnie? You're Bonnie, you're Bonnie, you're Bonnie, I'm Bonnie.
Uh, Freddy and them go back in, and Freddy's like stops for a second. And he's like, "Wait a minute, where's Spring Bonnie and Fredbear?"
Did we not grab him?
No, apparently not, because they would. We wouldn't. I wouldn't be asking if they were here. Now, would we? Would I? Going Freddy kind of teleports behind you, and he looks at you and says, "You know what's going to happen." Bonk.
How was I supposed to expect that?
Golden Freddy's been doing that for the past couple. Everyone who's been doing something dumb, he went up to him, bonk.
How dare you?
He says, "Do you want another one?" And he's like, "That's what I thought." He walks back onto the bus. Susan looks at you and goes, "Dang, they're getting mouthy, aren't they?
So me.
Why don't you teach them a lesson?"
I don't really have anything to fight magical robots with. Other than a gun.
She says, "Are you sure about that?" And presses a button. All of them shut down.
Oh hell yeah. Right.
You walk in, she shuts the door. You start to drive again.
Alright, let's go pick up Fredbear and Spring Bonnie because apparently they were left back at the house.
Before she turns around, do you look out the back of the bus?
Yes.
You see Spring Bonnie and Fredbear come trying to catch up to the bus. Just
Never
running.
mind, stop, hit the brakes.
The bus stops. She hits the brakes. The bus stops. Spring Bonnie and Fredbear go. They finally make it, and they go. Oh god.
Where were you guys?
Trying to catch up to the stupid bus. That's what. Leaving us without letting us know.
I thought everyone was.
No, we were stuck in the dingum basement.
How are you guys stuck in the basement?
All I remember is falling asleep at shutting off at the restaurant, the one where you're curbside, remember?
Yeah.
And then waking up in the basement of the house.
Were you on? Like, you were on in the middle of the day earlier.
No.
You were conscious when you were. What?
He says, "No, I wasn't." And Fredbear could say it.
Oh, it doesn't matter now. Just get on the bus.
They get on the bus, and Shadow Freddy says, "No, they weren't. They weren't active during the day."
Huh. They don't say.
Shadow Freddy doesn't get affected by the button, just so you know. Neither does Springbound and Fredbear. They have different buttons for them.
I kind of picked that up.
Shadow Freddy doesn't have a button for him because he's a completely supernatural.
Alright.
Anyways, so you are in the bus right now. The bus starts moving again. The bus kind of shakes a little. And it goes from day instantly to night.
Oh god. Up here. Let's go!
A
Oh, that was
tree
God.
falls up inside, falls ahead of the bus, which stops the bus, and another tree falls behind it. So it blocks the bus from all angles. Susan says, well, we're gonna get a visit. And I hope everyone's ready to fight.
Well, I mean, I made peace with you eventually. I think I can probably do it again.
The problem is you wouldn't need to make peace with me already, ready, because I'm already in peace with you.
It was That was an example, but you know what?
You
Once
didn't.
again, we'll roll with it.
you you didn't specify who you're talking about. You see the bus you feel the bus rock back and forth, which throws everybody on top of everybody. Chica comes
Bum, bum,
flying.
bum, bum,
Ch-
bum, 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 bum.
Chica comes flying on top of you.
No, God.
That Susan presses the button to activate them all. All of them activate. Chica looks down at you and goes, "What are you doing?"
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
She gets off of you. She's like, "Shisha." Freddy looks at you and looks at you with shock. Just
What has my life come to?
they're like, "Anyways, it doesn't matter." And Freddy's like, says, "What's going on?"
Apparently, somebody pulled a Pirates of the Caribbean and started rocking the bus back and forth.
Huh? And the bus is not rocking, by the way. It's normal. And Freddy says, "Huh? Weird." And he looks out the right side of the window, bus of the window. And are you watching his face? Or are you looking out the same way? Or are you?
Yeah, I'll watch his face.
You watch his face. You see it. You see his eyes go wide, and he holds his hand up. And he says, and you hear him say, "Brace for impact!"
Oh God, not again.
And the bus goes boom. And this time the bus gets lifted off the ground.
God, it's like that one scene from, I don't know what the movie was called, but I remember I watched a trailer where basically everything, like they were in this town, and then out of nowhere, the car just got ran from the side and flipped.
Oof.
I think it was probably A Quiet Place, but I'm
Oh,
not sure if that was the
I
movie.
wanna see that one. I've seen the first one with those little tiny little bat things there.
Yeah, I think the Quiet Place I'm thinking of, if this is even the Quiet Place movie, is those big boys.
Yeah, that's a Quiet Place too.
Yeah.
Uh, anyways, the bus flips onto its side. Everyone's on top of everyone. The good thing is Shadow Freddy's on top of you, so technically you're through him. You don't have no one above you, basically. Shadow Freddy goes, hmm. Susan's sitting there, is at the door, just on top of the door. You don't know that yet. You just know that Shadow Freddy, you're inside Shadow Freddy's suit right now. That's all you know.
Um. Okay.
So what are you gonna do? Everyone gets up, but
All
you.
right. Freddy, what hit us?
I don't know. All I saw was the eyes.
All right,
They
here you
looked
go.
like.
I'm gonna go outside. Just try to deal with this.
Okay, you try to go outside. You notice the door is on the ground.
All right, I'll go through one of the emergency exits.
You look around for emergency exit. They don't have none on this bus.
No, I was about to say, who doesn't have, what bus doesn't have an emergency exit?
This bus.
Alright, break one of the windows.
Okay. Which one are you gonna break? Because you can't reach the ones on top, on the right side of the bus, because it's on above you.
Never mind, I guess we're all just gonna have to sit here and wait.
Are you gonna even check up on everybody, or are you just gonna sit there?
Alright, how is everybody? How was your days? Mine was quite bad so far.
Everyone sit there. All the drunks say good, but you don't get a response from Susan.
Susan?
You still don't get a response. I'm just saying, if someone doesn't give you the response the first time, what do you makes you think you're gonna get a response the second time?
I turn around.
You turn on your light. You see the floor of the bus in front of you.
I look on the ceiling.
You look on the ceiling, which is to behind you, and you see nothing but that roof.
I look on the right side of the bus.
You don't see her. She's not there.
Well, crap.
You still. Oh my gosh. How about you go throughout the whole bus? This
Well,
is painful.
I'm gonna look everywhere, every dimension.
Okay, you want to look through every dimension? That's about 100 million dimensions you're gonna have to look through.
Yes.
If you want to die of being looking for too long, then sure. That'd be the stupidest. Goes up to heaven. He says, "Hey, why'd you die?" I looked through every dimension. Anyways, you start walking. You see her on the door, just laying down.
I'll go over to her.
You go over to her. Now you're standing above her, or right next to her. She doesn't give a reaction.
Does anyone have water?
The Trunks look at you. Golden Freddy pops up behind you, slap, and teleports back. Freddy says, "Do you think we're gonna have water? We're robots."
Wait, you guys can teleport. Why don't we just do that?
Golden Freddy says, "I can only teleport outside. I can only teleport one, which is me. I can't teleport anybody else."
Okay, well then you teleport into the house, go get water, come back.
And then you see Shadow Freddy do a facepalm.
Well, if he's able to teleport behind me and smack me on the back of the head, I think he should have enough knowledge on how to teleport to the back of the house.
Shadow Freddy kind of whispers in your ear, says, "We're robots. We can't touch water. We would die."
So you can't grab a cup of water?
If you were to grab a cup of water and you would teleport it, as soon as he got here, the water would splash. Trust me, he tried it before. And it was an expensive mistake. If you catch my drift, Shadow Freddy said.
Mm.
Oh, and Puppet comes up to you and says, "So, what do you need?"
A cup of water?
Okay. She holds out. She says, "Hold out your hand."
Okay.
And you see a big glass of water just go funk, and your hand's stuck underneath it. She says, "Whoops, wrong side, wrong size." She shrinks it down, and you're sitting, your hands just sitting on the ground, just.
Alright. I'm going to splash some of the water on Susan.
Okay, you do this. You splash it around, or do you splash it on her?
On.
Okay, you splash it on her. It doesn't seem to wake. It She doesn't seem to react.
Well, this isn't good.
Most people would check the pulse.
I'll check your pulse. Then I don't know how to check a pulse.
You put your fingers on their neck,
Alright, I
or you
guess
can
I'll do that.
check it by the wrist too.
I'll do whichever one works. I don't care
Okay,
at
you
this
do
point.
this. She has a pulse.
Okay, so she's alive, but just not responding.
Freddy says she's unconscious. Golden Freddy looks at you, and you look back at him?
Yes.
He looks back at you, and you can just tell his eyes are saying, "You know what's going to happen."
Don't you dare.
He says, "I goes, you know what's going to happen." He starts fading. He's like slowly teleporting.
No!
He's like, "You know what's going to happen." Puppet's
I
like,
grabbed the remote and I turned him off.
Golden Freddy
No.
goes, and then Shutter Freddy says, you really not that. You do know if he's in the middle of teleporting, he's not going to shut off." And you feel bonk.
Bang, bang. No, I'm kidding.
Just turns around, bang, 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 bang. How dare? Could you imagine if you shot him and you hit his nose and his nose goes here at the same time? Just bang, 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 bang.
Goes off.
Just anyways, so you are right now are in a bus. Waiting. I'm waiting for what you want.
I literally, anything I do, I get beat across the head, so I'm just gonna sit here and wait at this point.
Gonafrey, you can see Gonafrey going to do it again just for fun. Just
No. No.
and he's like, he says, and he disappears this time though. You don't feel a bonk. He just disappears. You don't feel it yet, or at all. Not yet. You don't know yet. I won't know.
That means a yet. Just no.
Do you want to look behind you or something?
Yes.
He's not behind you.
Mmm.
What are you gonna do?
I honestly don't know. See if there's literally any way out of the bus.
You notice the back windows and the front windows.
Screw this. Alright, so who wants to volunteer?
Before you finished, Foxy rams through the window, but instead of ramming, he accidentally hits the metal bar that separates the two front windows. He goes dong. He's like, oh, oh, and he falls back when he's like, oh.
You know, to be entirely honest, I wasn't gonna do much different. I was gonna ask who was gonna volunteer, and once they came over, I was just gonna chuck them out the window.
Foxy goes, oh. Wait, gotta go again. Dong! Hits the same part, and he's like, ow.
Glad to see your enthusiasm, kid.
Foxy's like, the bus hates me, and he goes for it again. Hits the same spot again.
Oh my god! At least tilt your head like a little bit downwards.
And then he goes for it again and hits the same part. Freddy's like, you know what? Picks up Foxy and throws him out the window.
Thank you!
Freddy's like,
Oh my god!
Freddy just says, oh my gosh, I am tired of sitting here watching him break himself apart. Stupid thing. That's why we don't have eye patches. Foxy goes, boonk. turns her slowly around. Freddy goes, "Okay, going to Freddy. You want a job?" He goes, "What? Does it involve bonking people in the head?" Going to Freddy says, "Yeah, bonk Foxy in the head." Going to Freddy's going to Freddy, so it just like disappears. You hear Foxy go, "Dong."
What is it with you guys and your obsession with beating each other over the head?
Freddy says, "It's just fun." Freddy slow walks over to you and looks at you.
No.
He picks you up and goes, "Huh," and chucks you out the window.
You know what? I'll take it.
Freddy starts chucking people out the window. You see Chica coming straight for you.
I dive out of the way.
You do this. She slides against the ground and hits her head on a tree, which knocks the tree over. But instead of falling the way it should have, it was pushed back the way toward Chica's. You hear Chica go, "Nah!" And that's all you hear of Chica is, "Nah!"
I guess this probably won't work, so I'm not gonna try it at this point. I was thinking that maybe you would try to, shoot the tree for a bit, and an extra push on it. But knowing how the flashlight works, the tree's probably just gonna start falling faster afterwards.
No, it's already crushed Chica.
Oh,
All you see is her arm. It's all you see. It's just her hand just sitting there.
Chica, you okay?
You hear it going to Freddy behind you. Bonk! He says, "You see a tree on top of Chica, and you're gonna ask her if she's okay."
Yes.
He grabs you by your throat and he's like, Are you choking? Are you choking?" As you're choking. And he's like, "Get the point?"
Can't speak.
Lets you go. He's like, "Get the point now?" Susan wakes
Are you
up.
choking? Are you choking? It's just, you want to pick up a tree?
She looks at you, looks at the tree, looks at you, looks at tree, looks at Chica's arm. She's like, "Nope," and walks away.
Fair enough. Boom, Fred, you want to give it a shot?
Golden Freddy looks at the tree, sees Chica. "Nope, I'm good. I'm good. She deserves it," and walks away.
Literally anyone? Because otherwise I have no problems. I just want to see if anyone does.
Everyone's sitting there talking to themselves. Just, "Nope, no one does." Shadow Freddy says, "Nope, no one does. Everyone hates Chica."
Alright, thank God. Let's get on. Let's get going.
You start. Their only way to walk is you can go around, which is going through the forest, or you can go through the forest.
Hmm. Very hard decisions.
Because either way, you're gonna have to go through a forest. You just have to pick which way you want to go. You can either keep following the road, or go through the forest.
We'll go through the road. We'll go through the road, yeah.
Okay, so you walk into the forest to go around the trees. Nothing happens. You get to the other road, and you guys start walking down the road. And Fox says, "Yarmity, why are we following the road? We could just walk directly there."
Then let's go that way then.
He says, and he points into the forest. He says, "Yar, it'd be that way though." And do you look the way he's pointing?
Yes.
You see a forest, like a dense forest.
Oh, man.
Foxy's like, "Are you scared? Is that why you don't want to go through the forest?"
Last time I went through a forest, something happened, and let's just say it was not a pleasant sight. It was not a pleasant sight.
Foxy says, "Yeah, there's nothing to be scared of." He steps in the foot. Here's an owl. "Nope, I'm staying on the path right now. Until we're all going."
That's what I thought. Now let's just keep going whichever way the house is. We'll
You hear a loud boom.
Alright,
You hear Foxy go, ow! Gosh darn it, Freddy! Do it one more time, and I'm gonna rip your gosh darn ear off.
alright, everyone, no more fighting. I don't want to hear any more bonks. Otherwise, I'm probably going to scream my head off. I'm so sick of it, Golden Freddy. I swear to God.
Do you,
Anyways, let's just keep going.
Do you try to look at Freddy? Golden Freddy?
Yes,
You don't see Golden Freddy there.
I swear to God. Don't. I turn around.
He's standing there looking at you with. What you can tell he's trying. You can tell he's smirking, but he can't smirk because he's a robot. And he goes. He raises his
Don't
hand up,
you dare.
and then he pats your head and goes pat 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 pat.
That's what I thought.
Bonk.
I swear to God.
Golden Freddy just sits there, falls on the ground, laughing.
Foxy, get him.
Foxy's like, "Yar, with pleasure," and jumps at him. Golden Freddy goes, "Dumbo," walks out the way, and Fox goes, "Ah,"
Oy vey.
and falls through the forest. And he rolls into the deep into the forest.
Oh God.
Foxy's like, "Ah!"
Alright, let's go get him. Hey,
You all,
Fox here, the dark plus a dark forest equals supreme fear. So grab him.
you walk into the forest. Freddy says he be that way. Bonnie points in a different direction. No, he's that way. My navigation's saying he's that way.
Golden Freddy, I look at where Golden Freddy's standing.
Golden Freddy's sitting there who's standing behind you, staring ahead of you. Shadow Freddy says, "Well, I guess the dense forest means navigations don't work. Great."
But we literally, yeah, Golden Freddy was right in front of me earlier. Cause he's right here. He moved to the side, so that means the way so behind me right now, at this very second, that I'm facing Golden Freddy, should be the direction that he went.
Mm-hmm. But their navigations are telling them otherwise.
Everyone follow me! Wintertime's fun.
Okay, you do this. Do you look back?
Yes.
Everyone's following you but Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy seems to be still intent on staring at something.
Alright, I'm looking at what Golden Freddy's looking at.
You see something in the foreground moving. And fast.
Foxy, I swear to God. If you pop up out of nowhere, I will let Golden Freddy beat you over the head.
Do you look back to Susan?
Yes.
You see Susan. She's looking normal. Then out of nowhere, she jumps and starts climbing a tree very quickly.
Alright, but if this is what I think it is, we have a misunderstanding if we can just calmly, proceed.
It starts getting darker.
Yeah, whatever the thing is that this is all just a misunderstanding. If you could, kindly just come out and not kill us, that would be great.
It starts getting foggy now as well.
And, yeah, so we can discuss the situation at hand.
You see something red charging at you at full speed.
Oh, there we go. Everyone move like a step to the left.
Everyone does. You see Foxy come running and hit a tree. Dong! And he's out cold.
We found the fox.
And then you hear out of nowhere, "Good luck finding your way out, though." Shadowfrey said, "That was not me. No one said that here." Then you hear Susan. You hear something saying, "Hey there, sister. How you doing?" Do you look up?
Yes.
You see Susan go, "Pew!" start going running as fast as you can. Gotta go fast. But she starts going like fast. She starts running.
Why I'm running? Why I'm running?
She can't hear you. She's already gone.
Well, Susan just left us all for dead.
Freddy,
Without her card.
Freddy says she must have left for a good reason. You hear a noise. Foxy gets up and is like, nope, fuck, I'm out, and starts running again.
So who wants to follow him? Because
Everyone's
God not going to want to go by himself in this dark woods.
everyone sits there before, as you finish, just disappear. They just all just start running the other way.
Alright. Make sure everyone at least has their buddies.
They're all running together, so they don't have to worry about it.
Alright. I guess I will just wait for this thing to come and try to confront me.
You hear push after everything goes silent. You hear everyone's gone. You hear bush rat rustling coming from around you.
Alright, if this is what I think it is, now that I think it is, this is all just a big misunderstanding. If you can just come out from the bushes, we can discuss what happened.
You hear it say no.
Why? Alright, well, you can stay in the bush, but at least let us discuss what happened so I can help, so we can try to understand what's happening.
She says, you hear it say, but before we do, there is one thing you need to answer.
Okay?
Well, two things now, but she says two things now, but it says, so you were the one hiding her, weren't you?
Hiding? What do you mean hiding?
You know, the one you called Susan?
Yeah, I thought she was just coming. I thought you guys kicked her out.
They start laughing.
They?
Yeah, you hear two sets of laughter. It says, so I'm guessing she didn't really tell you why she left.
Well, this is gonna be quite interesting to hear about the lore. Let's get into it. No.
I hope you know that the person that trusted her that is doing exactly the same thing. The other person that trusted her, she killed. You hear a third set of rustling.
How many of you guys are there? Like, not to, judge her or anything, but, like, there seems to be a lot of you.
They say, oh, that's about over 100 of us. But that's not one of ours.
Alright, that's a fair number. Wait, what?
Susan comes walking out of the bush and shakes off, and she comes back and she says, you will leave him alone. They say, you hear them say, or what? You're going to kill us? She says, nope, but he will.
Wait, what?
She doesn't point to you.
I'm about to say just like, wait, what?
She nods toward you, but he will. They all
Wait, what?
look at you like, how is he gonna kill her? You just turn Super Saiyan or something, just.
Go Super Saiyan and pulls out gun.
But anyways,
Super Saiyan gun.
she points to something that's behind you. And he says, he will though.
I look behind me.
You see something bigger than you.
I feel like everything in this universe is bigger than me at this point.
But you notice it's a fake. It's not real.
Oh.
But she whispers in your. She says, it's a fake. I'm trying to scare him off.
Yay.
and and then you hear it say, how about you tell him what happened to the other one that you trusted, that trusted you. She says no.
I actually kind of am intrigued.
She says no. I no. That's no. That, she says no. It was an accident. And they say sure it was. It was. We saw that smile on your face. And then they look at you and they're like talking into you in your mind, and she says you think we're bad. You should have seen her.
Well, I'm just confused. Can we Susan, just tell me? Like, we're gonna get, like, it doesn't matter anyways, because either this guy's gonna kill him, or we're gonna die. Or we're going to die. Not knowing what happened.
She says, "Oh, we're not gonna die." And she says, "Tell you what? There's nothing to tell."
Well, these guys beg to differ.
And she says, "So you're gonna believe the ones that have been chasing us?"
I mean,
They say, "Hey, we're here, you know. We're still here, you know. We have feelings too, Miss Miss Traitor." Saying and you hear him say, "Remember the number one rule?" To Susan, she says, "Yes, of course I remember. The number two rule is honor your word, and number three is you don't harm friends. You broke both of those rules, remember?" She says, "No, I didn't. No, no, I didn't." And then you hear him say, "When there's number three."
okay, can we just, like, I'm super, like, intrigued in what your story's about.
And she's like, Susan grabs your arm. She says, she grabs you, starts pulling you away, like, pulling you toward where the others are running.
Okay,
You feel another one grab your other arm.
what's the other one?
It's one of the ones that were talking to Susan and you, and starts they pull hard on your arm, which makes Susan slip out of your other one and throws you back in that little clearing.
Oof.
You see two of the same type of creatures come out of the bush and start guarding, like standing in front of you, between you and Susan.
Oh. I'm in danger.
Susan says, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, fine.
And you hear them say, "So stop pretending like you care about him." The others start showing back up. The other I'm trying to start coming back and showing up.
Hey guys,
They say you seem to be in a predicament. What's going on here? Why haven't they killed you already?
I'm not sure, but probably to everyone's surprise, I'm more interested in what the heck happened that's making all this happen. Other than the book, or what I was discussing the story that no one has told me.
And then you hear a ding dong, well, a little time chime from someone's phone that is passing by. That's hiking through the forest, and you see the sun start coming back up. Those two start disappear. The two just leave.
Alright, guys, so same time next week.
they don't respond.
Whatever. You're lost.
Susan comes rushing over and she's like, "You okay? Did they hurt you?"
Well,
Okay, good. And then she starts walking back to the road. She's walking ahead of everyone else. You notice when just so you know that when the forms get angry or their form starts changing, they show
okay.
it physically. You can see something's wrong with her. Like she's angry, and you can tell because her form is not normal.
Hmm. I am very intrigued, but since she doesn't want to tell me, I'm gonna have to figure out a different way.
Pup comes up and says, "Sorry, we ran, but we had to."
I mean, it's fine. It's not a super big deal.
And Pup says, "We did find the way back to the town, though."
Oh, thank God. Well, go then.
Golden Freddy just comes back up to you and he looks at you. He's looking down at you, and he says, "You hear him say, you know what's coming."
Don't you freaking dare.
And he gives you a hug.
Yay.
Then he lets go and he starts walking away.
I'm cautious.
He's walking away. You all start heading back to the road. You make it to the road, and that's where we'll leave it off.
Alright,
Peace.
there.